My name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our live show, Tipsy Tuesday. Hey everybody, and welcome to the show. Thank you all for being here on this Friday. And say hello to my producer, Mr. HP. Yay!
Hey, bud.
Whether you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook, make sure to comment throughout the show because we have a giveaway at the end. So all you got to do is add as many comments as you want. And you'll be randomly drawing a winner at the end of the show. And of course, send us some hearts and thumbs up. Say hello to your friends. And if you love our shows, make sure to share with somebody that you think would enjoy it too. We really appreciate this. We like to, what's happening?
Oh, nothing.
We like to celebrate Fridays. It's Friday. We were off yesterday and for Juneteenth holiday, so we had everybody out of the office. We did some sewing. We did some boating for the first time in Minnesota.
We definitely did some sewing.
And you didn't do any sewing.
I did some boating.
I'm talking we as in Team GE.
We sure did.
Some people did some baking.
Yeah. Oh, who made that treat in there?
Kara made some treats for us. Yes. Awesome.
I've had 5 bars already.
Wow. Okay. I better get one before it's gone.
Thanks, Kara.
And of course, we like to celebrate a Friday with a Happy Friday cocktail of the week. Our theme this month is orange liqueur, triple sec, Cointreau, Grand Marnier. There's multiple different orange liqueurs, so pick one that you like. Pick one that is within your price range. And here's a new twist on it. This is called the Beachcomber. The Beachcomber, a simple drink. It just has white rum, 2 ounces, and then orange liqueur, a little bit of maraschino cherry liqueur. So probably the most common is Luxardo, so I put that in there. And then some lime juice, and that is it. And you shake it up and pour it in a martini glass. I kept some ice in mine just because our show is long and I never get to drink during the show. So cheers, everybody.
When this appears again, it might be gone, maybe.
So it is potent, but it doesn't taste like it. It tastes just
you said something
citrusy.
You said something about price range.
Price range of your orange liqueurs.
Like, what is the price range?
Oh, very, very vast. So you can get something like triple sec that is kind of a knockoff brand made by many that is very low cost. And then as you go into other orange liqueurs, they have a different base. So the base of, for example, a triple sec, I do believe it's just vodka. And then as you go on like Cointreau, I think the base is cognac.
Oh.
Or something, or brandy or something like that. Grand Marnier, so the base is different, so it has a little bit of a different kind of aftertaste and a different layer. I don't know how to explain it. But people like different things. We, for example, have also a orange liqueur that we like to use with our mimosa that is a tequila based. So they all have a different kind of a theme. Orange liqueurs, yeah. Price range and flavor.
Does
so
the cheaper not get you as happy or buzzed than the...
Sure. If you're just picky about flavor and taste, then maybe you could consider. If you're just making cocktails, it really doesn't matter. I would not use my high-end orange liqueurs. That's just my way of thinking about it. However, if I'm making something like a Cosmo, where every little is a few ingredients, so everyone matters, that's where I would use my Cointreau. You know, that's
so
where
when you come to our gathering, ask if you got the good stuff.
The good stuff. Exactly. Is this the good stuff? Am I worth it? Now this one, it's just triple sec. I can see it tasting a little different with Grand Marnier, but this is good. This is just citrusy, and you don't taste any alcohol, which is weird because you saw the only mixer in here is lime juice.
So she didn't give me the good stuff, everybody. She gave me that.
I didn't give myself that either.
That corner store liquor.
Oh boy, here we go. It is that kind of Friday. Let's talk about our quilts on the set. I have my, can't really see it, Echoes of Iceland, Block of the Month quilt, the prototype, because of course the fabric is not here yet. This is our Block of the Month that we will kick off as a full program in January. It's coming into stores as a book in November, and to us too, and we'll have fabric kits and everything. So right now we have a reservation, which actually is ending soon. So if you haven't reserved a spot in doing the Block of the Month, and that means that's only for if you wanted the whole thing, which means that is the fabric kit for the top, a fabric kit for the back, for the piece backs, the book, and the whole video series of me taking you through the Block of the Month. All of it is up for reservation right now. We've gotten an amazing response. So let me explain it a little bit. If you want to go ahead and reserve, it's just you pay a little down payment, and then once we get closer to the fabric arriving, we will let you know, and you can pay the difference, and we ship you everything. So here it is. There's two. When you go to the website, go to the product, there's two variations, and that's really the only difference is your backing. So it's either the cool Aurora backing kit or the warm Aurora backing kit. So make sure you pick which one you do before you hit add to cart. All right, just making sure. So it is all of it: the book, the video program, the classes, the fabric kit for both the front and the back. So just wanted to let you know that.
Hey, there's Kara. Hi, thanks, Kara.
Thanking you for the cookie bars.
Those are dangerous.
I haven't had one yet, so better get there right after the show.
I got the right term for this. So you have top shelf, and then this is bottom shelf.
Well, or rail. They call it rail.
She gave me the bottom shelf. Okay.
We bought this one in bulk, okay? Sometimes you need to buy stuff in bulk when you're feeding a lot of people, right?
Am I a lot of people?
Oh boy, I'm never going to live this down.
I'm just going to, never mind. Bye.
Okay, let's talk about the quilt behind you, though. That is a gorgeous quilt that is made out of our Super Bloom fabric, which is our, this was our bundle of the week, actually last week, but we didn't have time to do the mock-ups for the quilts, so it just carried on into this week. This is Jolie, made out of the Super Bloom fabric by Robin Pickens from Moda.
Cute.
It's so cool. I love the play on the different color squares. And yeah, it's cool. Super cool. Super Bloom, super cool.
Super cool.
All right, quote of the day. You have a quote for us, sir?
I do. This is from Mr. Martin Luther King.
Okay.
Yeah. Be the best of whoever you are.
I love that.
No matter what, be the best.
Always.
My dad told me, if you're going to be a janitor, be the best janitor.
Mm-hmm.
And I took that to heart. So
yeah, that is a really good advice.
Yeah.
Really good advice. So whatever job, it's something I taught my kids too. Whatever job you have to do, whenever, just do the best work you can ever do, and that'll be noticed. And you will possibly move into some better things.
And you might get the better liquor.
Well, you are really good at drinking them, so I should probably consider giving you better
stuff. You're going to drink them, be the best
drinker. Okay. All right, we have some interesting national days today. It is National Ice Cream Soda Day. Ice cream soda. I've heard cream soda.
Like a root beer from the soda shop.
Oh. Well, see, root beer is an American thing, never available in Iceland.
Have you ever had
cream soda? Never heard of it in Iceland. Yeah, that just sounded really weird to me. Cream soda when I first heard that.
Delicious, right? All of us folks here from here that get
yeah.
cream
If
soda?
you grew up with those flavors, I totally get it. Then it's probably great. Just like I grew up with malt flavored soda.
It's just beer.
No, it's not. Malt.
Beer.
It's called malt in Iceland. I always get myself a bottle of that. It's soda. It's actually good for you. There's some good vitamins in there. Was what we were told. But I always get myself a bottle of it, and when I have a tour with me, everybody thinks I'm drinking beer. I don't drink beer. I don't like beer, but must. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, it is National Vanilla MilkShake Day. Is it just vanilla milkshake? Can we get a different one?
It's vanilla, so I don't think we can give it anything else.
All right. National American Eagle Day. That is something I will have to say. We don't have bald eagles in Iceland, but so when I first saw bald eagles flying, when I moved here, that's pretty spectacular. Pretty cool.
Huge.
Yeah, they're so cool. Yeah. National Seashell Day. That is a fun activity. Okay. Shelling. National Take Your Dog to Work Day. Actually, we got one here in the house. Yeah. Yes. Max is here. That is one of Jody's dogs, and he is the best behaved little buddy. He's a little skittish and shy, but he's going to be my best friend by the end of the day. He's a cutie. He's a little schnauzer. Probably a mix because he was a rescue, so she's not sure, but he's cutie. He's cute. Real cute. Really well behaved.
Bring your pet to work.
And then, no, just dog.
Oh, sorry.
Just dogs.
Just dogs. Not your cat.
No cats.
No birds.
Well, probably kill you if they bring a cat here. And then it is National Flip Flop Day.
Is flip flops different from slides?
Yes.
Okay. Ones that go between your toes?
Yeah, it's got to have a toe band. I think that's a flip flop.
Okay.
It's something we wear all year round.
I think some people wear those all the time.
Year round sometimes. I love nothing more than just being barefoot in sandals or flip flops pretty much year round. And so I've had to put my socks on a lot since we got here to Minnesota because summer has not been summering much, except for yesterday.
We got lucky.
Yeah, we got lucky yesterday.
It just started.
All right, so let us know, flip-flops or slides or sandals? Flip-flops or sandals? Or would you call those things the same thing? Let us know in the comments. Okay, we talked a little bit about the bundle of the week when I showed you the Super Bloom Jolie quilt hanging behind Mr. HP. So I apologize. Last Friday, I came in flying in from the airport to do the show, straight from Motivation. And so didn't have time to mock up those quilts for you guys. But I still saw your comments, and I mocked up some quilts. So let's look at the bundle first. The Super Bloom bundle is gorgeous. So it features some big poppies. This is kind of what I chose to choose for the bundle, was mainly focusing on the poppies. Has beautiful reds and oranges, some deep kind of bluish purples, and some nice cream prints as well. So lots of variety, so it can be very versatile into many things. So here is the Super Bloom that we made, the Jolie that we made out of Super Bloom, sorry. So isn't this cool? So we took 2 of the half yards out of the bundle and used that for accent squares. As you can see, it was the 2 stripes. And I just really love how that turned out. And then we mocked it up for you in a couple of different things. Here's Taylor. Really cool version of Taylor. That would be a really fun quilt to make for somebody that just loves flowers, some gardeners. And I really love that. It's good enough big spaces for those florals, and then little fun ways to play with the layout of Taylor as well. Then Quinn was the other selection of mocking that you recommended mocking up, and this time I used just a white for the sashing, but green for the accent. There's a lot of green in the flowers in the print, so I thought that was really a great option. And we have a thatched color. I think it's called Thatch Spring, which would be a perfect green to use with the bundle. And then, well, I couldn't choose. Then I tried it also in like a plum purple, like a plum, yeah. And I love that too. That kind of brings, it doesn't stand out as much because all of the colors in the bundle are pretty warm. And so it kind of kept with that theme. And I really love both. I can't choose. I can't decide. So let me know which one you like better. So the The Super Bloom bundle you can get in both the 12-piece half yard bundle, and we have it as a fat quarter bundle as well. So either way, for making Quinn, you would need the half yards. Jolie, the big size, like I said, we used just one bundle, and that included the accent fabric. And so either way, but you can use fat quarters for Taylor.
Everybody's commenting about the sandals.
The sandals? What is the? Oh, depends on how far I'm walking. That actually makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Do that.
If I have to wear them all day, for example, at a show or going somewhere, definitely sandals. Something that's tied to my feet and it's not flying off. But down to the pool, down to the beach, in the house.
Flip-flops are too floppy.
Yeah, it's either my Birks or my flip-flops. So, I mean, sometimes flip-flops don't work for everybody. I think you have to have,
What is that? Clip clapper?
Clip clapper. Clip clappery? Clip clappery? That's a good, that's a Swedish word maybe. That's fun. Yeah, that was my daughter really wanted flip-flops because she really wanted the sound.
Yeah.
But when she was little, she had really tiny toes, and so they wouldn't stay on her feet. The flip-flops wouldn't stay on her feet. She was so mad that it wouldn't work. So
They were called thongs?
poor Svana.
Flip-flops?
Yeah, they were called thongs. I mean, they still are, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, people just might misunderstand that.
Yeah.
Some generations would misunderstand that. But speaking of the bundle of the week, look out in Gudrun's Quilt Crew on Facebook, our closed group. If you're not there yet, join it, please. Just look out on Monday for the next week's bundle of the month, and then you can get some. You can give us input in what you would like to see, what pattern you would like to see it mocked up in for next Friday's show.
What's jandals?
Jandals? I don't know.
What's jandals, everybody?
I don't know.
Or is that just a misspelling?
No, she put it in quotes, so it must be something.
Okay. All right.
It's not jean sandals. What was a J stand for? Jogger sandals? I don't know.
Jandals.
I don't know. We'll find out. I'm sure she will tell us.
Let us know. Jandals.
Okay. Now, Michael's out of the office today, but he has a fun assignment.
You not doing show and tell?
Oh, where's our show and tell? Did I skip over that? I just skipped over that. Oh my goodness.
We have got to do show and tell.
Let's do our Friday show and tell, everybody.
All right.
We are starting off with a beautiful fresh cut table topper made by Mary. Fresh cut was a part of our Fast and Furious Club, so it's a video class and a pattern. I love this version. I love the splitting the colors with the blues and the reds. How fun, and what a beautiful, beautiful quilt to have for summer. Nice little topper to spruce up any table. Good job. Next up is a Inga quilt using panels to kind of swap out one of the blocks. This is made by Kelly, and that is a great, great quilt. I love that she used that print for the background. That makes it so fun, and then it really makes you look at the images and the panels, and then it just offers up so much fun for a kid. That is great. Love it. Next up is Dina, made by Deb. Oh, I love a monochromatic quilt, especially when it's scrappy, because can you imagine if this was all the same tone or the same fabric? It would just not be fun. But look what you can do with adding more fabrics to a quilt. You create all the textures and it still comes out as a single tone. I love it. Great job, Deb. Next, we have a Lilo quilt made by Bonnie. This is gorgeous. I love, 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 love the colors. This looks like Ranier, the fabric line. We have that in a bundle, and one of the accent colors that we have in 1 Yards is that kind of a peachy pink. That is a great way to add some more color to it, breaking up the blues and the creams. Beautiful job. That's a big one too. That would be gorgeous on a bed. And then we have an Ursula quilt made by Trish. Of course, both Lilo and Ursula are in the Quickies book. Both great. The Inca quilt is in the Mixology 3 book, and Dina is in Quickies as well. Sorry, I forget to tell you that. But I love this one. Just alternating lights and darks and different textures. It's a perfect combination, perfect harmony, I should say. I really love that. Then we have a quilt we don't see often. This is Polygon City, made by Mary Claire. Beautiful quilt. Like, this is in our Stripology Squared book. So such a cool quilt. We kind of brought it out of retirement when we made a sample from our bundle club in January, and then it's been kind of off people's radar. But it's a really fun quilt to make and super modern and cool. Easy too. Then we have an Elvira quilt made by Pascal. This is beautiful, using cherry wood fabrics. I love the organization of the colors, but then it kind of gives you a little surprise because he breaks it up. I really love that. It's very abstract and kind of, what do you say, like a contemporary version, which is perfect for cherry wood fabrics. They're hand dyes. Then we have a Phoenix quilt made by Carla. This is great. This is just 2 fabrics. Remember, all of our, even if I make a really scrappy quilt, they're versatile. You can always tone it down and do something like this. This is very striking, very graphic, and beautiful colors. Beautiful colors, Carla. Great job. And then we have another Lilo. This is beautiful. I don't remember what that line was called. I had this. I made a quilt out of it. I made a saga out of this fabric, and it's featured on the cover. But this is beautiful. Lilo is perfect pattern for that. And look at the matching shams. We actually have a pattern, a free pattern for pillow shams, or these are just pillow cases on our website. So check that out if you need to make pillowcases. And then last but not least, we have a gorgeous Clarissa made by Cheryl, and just a different layout makes it look totally different, doesn't it? It totally looks like a different quilt. Really cool. I love the colors and that striking black for the accent. So sharp. That's great, Cheryl. Thank you all for sharing, and keep them coming in Gudrun's Quilt Crew on Facebook. All right, so I did mention that Michael was out of the office today, but he got a really fun assignment. Kind of wish I was there, but didn't work out for my timing. He is at the Minnesota Quilt Show. There's a big state Minnesota Quilt Show happening. Started yesterday and through Sunday. No, through Saturday. Is it just 3 days? Maybe it's just through Saturday. But anyways, he is in St. Cloud, Minnesota, and taking photos and sending videos. So should we show a little bit of what he's been up to, who has been seeing? Yes.
All right, everyone, I am here at the Minnesota Quilt Show. I'm having a great time. If you see me, say hi. I would love to see you. Yeah, I hope you're having a happy Friday. I sure am. I'm surrounded by quilts. What's better than that? Have a great weekend, everyone.
And 5. 7.5.
Oh, what fun. Make sure to say hi to everybody from us, Michael, and take it all in. Take it all in. Great stuff. A lot of our certified instructors there in a photo. So they are there. A couple of them have been doing presentations and stuff. So great job. Help spread the lovely word of stripology. We love it. Now on Tuesday's show, I showed you some of our thread that just arrived from Germany from Madeira Threads. And I told you we're slowly working on getting it into our all on the website. Not quite there yet. You know, when you put in thread, it's every color, every weight. So I wanted to show you one more product that we do have up, and those are our assortments. And so what we have, I'm going to show you. So the cotton threads that Madeira sells comes in 3 weights, and we're going to have them all available in single spools. But they come in a 50 weight, which is what we use for most for piecing. You can use it for quilting, decorative stitching, anything like that. They have a 30 weight, and so if you don't know about weight of thread, the higher the number, the finer the thread. So 30 is a little bit thicker than the 50, so it's really great for if you're doing any kind of quilting, if you want it to really be seen, maybe some raw edge decorative stitches, things like that. I love it for that. And then there's the 80 weight, and the 80 weight is a really fine thread. It's great to use if you want to do some quilting, if you don't want it to be seen much. So sometimes it's great to, if you're going to just do a stitch in the ditch and you don't want it to be seen, 80 weight is great. If you're doing, for example, some machine applique, you want it to be really fine and not really seen, that's your go-to is 80 weight. So really fine and great colors. So we have some assortments that this one is our 50 weight variegated assortments. It has a couple of light spools that are great for just regular piecing, so a white and a cream. And then it has all the variegated. These are the small spools. So this is the 50 weight assortment. The great thing about our assortments, or Madeira's assortments, I don't know if I can open this, is that every assortment comes with, oh, I can't open this one. Let me see. I'll open the big one. Anyway, so the 50 weight we have in the small spool assortment. So you'll see here all the variegated and the 2 colors. We also have a bigger box of the Katona. This is cotton 50 weight. And you'll see here, this one is, it always comes with a pack of needles, and it comes with a full color card of all of the colors. So this is the Katona, and it tells you all the colors, gives you some information. And this is the larger spools. It has all of your basic colors and some variegated ones and some great neutrals to piece with. So this is kind of a really good one. Good starter box. You have most of your colors and some stuff for piecing as well if you wanted to try it. So Katona, there are 1,000 meter spools, and then these are the 200 meter spools, the smaller spools. Then we have the 30 weight. The 30 weight box is going to have, again, a similar assortment of colors as the Katona, because these you always usually, if you want your thread to be seen, you want it to be a certain color. So these are kind of the basic colors, just like this one. And so this is the 30 weight, great for decorative stitching, great for a little bit of quilting. Free motion is perfect. And then we have the 80 weight pack. These, as you can see, they're more lighter colors. They're more pastel, lighter colors, because this thread is meant to blend in. So the 80 weight, very fine, meant to blend in, great for machine applique, and even quilting if you don't want it to be seen. So sometimes, I remember one tip that our friend told us that she specializes in machine quilting. Sometimes if you want to just baste a quilt and do some stitching in the ditch to baste it, a great use of thread would be an 80 weight, because you don't want it to be seen, and then you have a basted quilt already. You can go back in and do individual more cool stuff in each block. So that's our 80 weight assortment box. We have these up on the website. and the cotton large spool assortment, and we have one more. So Madeira is known for, is the only company that makes fully sustainable and recyclable thread. What that means, this is called Senza Green. This is made from plant material, raw material. So what this means, it really sews just like cotton thread. So it really feels like cotton thread. It is 40 weight, I do believe. So it is still, it really sews like a 50. So it's 40 weight. But this beautiful material, it does not, since it's not, doesn't have cotton strands, it doesn't have any dust or residue coming off of it. And then it uses a lot less water to make these. The production of cotton threads and dyeing and everything takes a lot of water. And so this is uses a lot less water. It does break down in nature, but don't worry, it doesn't start breaking down in nature until it's been buried for 10 years. But then it really fully breaks down. So it's really recyclable, fully organic, and made from plant materials. Really interesting.
Good for all machines.
Madeira is not very much known in the quilting world, but it is probably the best known thread for garment sewing, serger thread, or embroidery. So, which was exciting for me to join up with them. I just tried it and I love this thread. Now, does it work for all machines? Of course it does. But as you know, some machine can be finicky. So all you got to do is try. It works great for all of my machines. I use, of course, I sew mostly on a baby lock machine, but I do have some vintage machines. It works great in those. And even last Tuesday, I showed you some of the fully pre-wound bobbins that have a polyester thread on them. And I use that in my baby locks. I love it. They also have, which we will have on the website, they have bobbin fill thread, which is on spools that you can just wind your own bobbins. And they have a cotton one, which is a nice finer thread. So it is, I believe that is an 80 weight, especially for bobbins, which means you can fill your bobbins much more than with a normal 50 weight thread. And so using a cotton 80 weight, even if you have a 50 weight in the top, it still works perfectly. Works perfectly on my vintage Singer 301. And I wasn't sure that it was going to work well, but it's perfect. And I just love working with it. This thread is giving me a lot less lint than what I've used previously for piecing. We love it for quilting. I talked about the Aero quilt thread cones that we have. You have experienced that compared to what you used before. It's a dream. Yes. Yeah. And that one has a poly core. Usually most quilting threads are going to be stronger and work better with a poly core.
Poly or cotton?
These are cotton. So the Katona is cotton. Katona, all the cotton thread is called Katona. It will have the 3 different weights. And then the Senza Green. It's going to sew like cotton. It really behaves like cotton, but this is the fully sustainable organic thread made by plant material. So lyocell, which is so interesting to read about.
Which is good for starter long.
I don't have a Statler, but I will tell you this. I always ask people what they've used, and anybody that has been using Madeira threads loves it. So I haven't asked the question about Statlers, but I would guess it would work great. Would work great. What we have up on the website now, it will be listed. I don't have that in the back of my mind, but it will be on the website. We just got these assortments up, so we're starting with these. Madeira has more assortments, of course. They have a lot of embroidery thread assortments and other things. So we're starting with kind of what belongs to us. We do a lot of stuff with cotton. I love working with the Senza Green, so that's why I wanted to offer you a little bit of that. And of course, the Aero Quilt machine quilting thread, or the long arm quilting thread. Love my embroidery Madeira threads. These thread sets should be on the website, or if not, they will be at the end of the show. I know they were working on it, so check that out if you get a chance. And ask us any questions. I'm gonna be bringing you some more thread education on Tuesdays via our tip of the days, because I feel like I'm still learning about thread and just trying different things. We were always told something in the beginning when we started quilting. I was always told you have to have the exact same thread in the top and the bottom, in the top and the bobbin. And then I just started to kind of hear other viewpoints and try things, and you don't know until you try. So I love that. Really like Madeira thread for embroidery, so we'll use for piecing. That's great. Yes, I love it for piecing. Everybody that was a part of our virtual retreat got a spool of cotton from Madeira. Now, it was different colors, so I hope some of you that were attending our retreat tried it and played with it. So we have special project Gudrun collections from Madeira. That's something that we are working on, yes, going forward, kind of matching with what we're doing, special projects. And you will be hearing more about Madeira and what we're working on. So just love that. I'll be stopping at the Madeira booth when we go to Birmingham for the Quilt Show. And so I'm going to do a little appearance there. So those of us coming with us, definitely going to be a part of that. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this opportunity, and just love the product. Just love the product. All right. I've got something exciting, especially if you're interested in something like this. Announcing it here right now. You're the first ones to hear it. Today, starting right now, it is double loyalty points on the website. So starting today, Friday, and through Saturday, midnight Saturday, and this is Central Times, you rack up double the loyalty points, which means 10%. Everything you buy, you get 10% back. And that is flat on everything. Double loyalty points on everything. So check it out. If there's something you've been eyeing on our website, it's a great time to get it. All right. So with that being said, let's show you some new fabric. Some new fabric to stitch up in some great, great things. We have a collection that is really, really unique from P&B Textiles. You know, if I see something unique, I am all in. So this is very monochromatic, these greens and kind of a teals, a little bit of grayish blues in here. It is called Nature Story, and I really love this. I think this will make some gorgeous quilts. We saw some monochromatic quilts. It'll be creating the same kind of a visual story. So starting here with this beautiful organic nature-inspired print. Can you zoom in just a tad bit for us, Mr. HP? There it is. So I love these. Just see the amount of hues of greens and teals and a little bit of blue, a little bit of that creamy, tealy pink, little tan. And it's just so organic and beautiful watercolor effect on the background. I just love it. So this is the main here. And then this is so fun when you have a monochromatic line, you can add colors to it for some punch. And then we go into some of the lighter hues over here. A great organic print with more of the creamy, lighter background and some teals and aqua. And then this beautiful polka dot. I really love this polka dot because it's layered. You look through it and it seems like just almost a dimension to those dots. And then we're gonna kind of go into darker colors. Love this branch print here, and I love the motion in it. So would act kind of cool to use it like a stripe, but of course can work with anything. I really think this one is cool. And here we have a little bit deeper into the greens, but then you can see kind of that salmon pink peeking through trees, branches, really cool thing. So you can kind of imagine things in the background there. Beautiful landscape. Going into more of the greens. So this beautiful mossy kind of a grayish mossy green is awesome. And then we have the polka dots again in the darker green with a little bit of the tan in there. So really great. And I love when I can get a monochromatic, pretty much monochromatic tonal bundle with all of the values. So from light to the darkest darks. Here we have that branch print again in the darker tones. And you can see now there's a little bit of navy being added in there. The richness and the saturation of the color is even more in this print. This one is super cool. Just like a watercolor background and then some line drawings on top. It's really pretty. And another polka dot in the more blue, gray blue color. And the same textural print that we have here and in the light, but more on the bluer teal side here. And then that same print, we finish it off with the darkest value of the group, which has the teal, a little bit of teal, a little bit of green, and then the navy in it. So this is our nature story by P&B Textiles. And so my pull is going to be pretty much following the colors, starting with the deepest navies. I love this floral elements in the Nocturne. So we'll have that deepest colors, but because the floral is on top, it works nicely. Grunge Picnic, a little bit of a muted navy there. Works great with the muted colors of the navies in here. Going into a little bit of the blue. Grunge Peacock is a mix of green and blue, of course, so it works great with some of the bluer tones. And so does Grunge Dark Jade. It has a little bit more green, so it's going to be a transitional piece as well. And then we have a little bit more sharper green here. We have Chalk and Charcoal in the green, so this is more of an emerald green. It's going to work well with some of the darkest colors of green. And then another medium one is Canvas Pine Needle. Like, I have used this fabric so much. It just is a great blender and works with so many things. Another more teal, we have Stash Stitches. I love this one because it goes between, you can put it here with the teals. It also has those green tones over on that side. So either way, it would work great. And then we have some more aqua lighter tones. I pulled a dry brush in the Seafoam, which I think is great with those lightest tones. It's going to bring out the teal, or bring out the aqua tones. And then also with a little bit more green in it is Thatched in the aqua. Has a little bit of a mint green feel. So that one works great as well. I pulled a couple of neutrals that would be great for backgrounds. A Spotted White is going to stand out from all of these and still mix in nicely. And then I wanted another option that has a little more of the tan and the almost pink features, the dry brush and the shell. And I just love this texture. Can you see it? It's got lots of different texture in it. So lighter spots and darker spots. So that will be a great option for a background or just an accent too. And a little more, bringing in some of that pink. You could go darker too, but I love this Deco Stitch Cafe Latte. So it is kind of a tan with a pinkish undertone. And so as you can see, it will be beautiful with all of these colors and not change kind of the organic nature and feel of the line. So Nature Story by P&B Textiles. Isn't that beautiful? And remember that quilt you saw, the Dina quilt, the monochromatic blue quilt that you saw in our show and tell? This one would make a fantastic Dina with that tan, or even if you want to go more pink accent. That's all that I've been thinking about as I was showing these fabrics. That's how my brain works. But I think it's time for our live winner, sir. Do you have that ready? From all of your comments, we pulled
I think we do.
Random name. So
Let's
let's
see if we
see.
can hit this drum roll.
Mm-hmm.
Drum roll.
Diane Bass is our winner today. So Diane, just email us to help@gequiltdesigns.com and we'll get you that gift card so you can go shopping. Now, like I said, our upcoming shows next week, we have 3 shows next week. Tipsy Tuesday, June 24th at 4 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be an exciting show. We've been kind of hinting at a new book coming from me, and you'll hear more about it on Tuesday, and I'll share some of the quilts. And then on One Yard Wednesday will hit us on June 25th at 9:30. Jody will have some great fabrics for you. And then Happy Friday, we'll be back here on June 27th at 12 p.m. Central Time. So exciting week. And the last week of June.
Wow.
Wow, that happened way too fast.
Way too fast.
Yes. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your Friday. Maybe make yourself a beachcomber, whether you're going to the beach or not. Doesn't really matter. And have a lovely weekend. We will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
I still got some in mind.
Ooh.
Cheers.
That's rare.
It's rare.